Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you today with Magik Issue 3. This was a four-part miniseries that I think takes place after Uncanny X-Men 160 when Illyana is taken by Sim to be the apprentice. And I don't know if it's supposed to be love or slave of Belasco, yeah, who's the ruler of Limbo. There it is. We've gone over issues 1 and 2. I'll make sure to leave the cards. It's been a while, and I'm glad to finally be back into it. This one's called Soul Quest. The print date, I believe, was February 1984. And the people that worked on this book, A Tale of Magic, told by Chris Claremont, the writer, Ron Frenz, penciler, Tom Palmer, finisher, Tom Orzganowski, lettering, Glynis Wine, colorist, Louise Jones, who is Louise Simonson, editor, and Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. So we got an all-star cast on this book. Now, to bring it up to speed, if you haven't seen the last two reviews, which I reviewed, recommend pausing, checking out, and coming back. And you're back. It's been a couple of years since the last issue. Because what's happening is, while on Earth, only seconds are ticking by. But in Limbo, it has been years. I think Illyana started in, Limbo at age 7, and she's somewhere in her early teens by now. And she's just fully embraced Belasco after what happened to Kitty last issue and being terrified of Storm, who this alternate dimension Storm is a sorceress in this universe, and she is terrifying. She is not the Wind Rider that we know. So Illyana's talking about how she had this pet that she wanted, and what happens is she twists it. Illyana even says, like everything else in Limbo, my soul has become corrupted, evil. But so far it's still mine. I am Illyana Rasputin. Belasco intends me to become the means of humanity's damnation. And I like the subtle ways that Friends really captures the way that, she's enjoying herself. But then when she catches herself that what she's doing, we kind of get that more innocent look. She says after she twists her pet, he leaps for my eyes, claws poised to rip them to shreds. I yowl with pain as the squidge rakes my cheeks. And then the passage of time, the kitty that was from the alternate dimension has been turned into a cat. And Belasco keeps her around as a pet, and Illyana's afraid that she's going to chase her. But there's actually something that happens that kind of severs the relationship between these two, which I don't want to get into. But what I really want to focus on in this issue is the fact that she kind of starts to learn that the magic that she learned both from Storm and Belasco, she can start to create her own. And this is where we start to really see where she's getting older, more mature, able to hone her powers. And for the first time, we see that she starts to make her light portals. Now, where is it? Hold on a second. Because she says it's not magic. I'm trying to figure out where it is. I can't remember. But anyway, she basically says, I think it's here. I did it. I'm out of the Citadel. I'm in the tunnels that honeycomb most of the Limbo. Is this my mutant power to control the stepping discs? That's wonderful. I didn't think I was anywhere near old enough, unless I've been in Belasco's hands longer than I figured. Time is so crazy here. According to Aurora and Kat, I'm aging years, while only a second or two of time is playing out on Earth. Now, the one thing that trips me out is we've gone over New Mutants issue 14. Yes. Now, all of a sudden, she creates one of her portals, and out of nowhere, a car comes out, hits the bed, and here comes Rain and Danny and Sunspot and Cannonball, and they're like, is that Illyana? It can't be, Bobby. She's too young. And then all of a sudden, just like that, they're gone. Who were they? I've never seen those people before here, yet they knew me. And here it says, see New Mutants issue 14, which is where she's out of limbo. She's fighting with her inner turmoil, and she becomes a part of the New Mutants. And you can really see a different Illyana than what we're seeing here, where she's just she's fighting with herself because she doesn't know what she's become. And here we actually get some backstory on how Storm was able to somewhat free herself from Belasco's control, but yet it came with a price. And he says, meaning Limbo, this place may be my prison, but within it, I am immune from death. It was not, okay, so I don't want to read that. Sorry, I had to take a minute, but that's going to spoil that. Don't want you to do that. And then here we get a moment with Sim and Illyana, because he notices that she's out of her room. And it's great to see what she does. And then just a cacophony of things happen. Storm comes in. Kitty tries to actually do something for Illyana. And what kills me is how, even though there's a moment where Kitty tries to do something for Illyana, it gets twisted, and she has to make a very terrible judgment call on two of the people that she loves most in her life, that she considers her family. And here she kind of thinks that she's stuck to her ultimate fate here in Limbo, to become the Dark Child of Belasco. In this book, my goodness, we've read issues with Illyana where she's embraced being the Sorceress Supreme and the reigning terror of Limbo. But seeing what she was initially, just the innocent sister of Peter Rasputin, because if you just read X-Men, I think it's 160 or something like that, let me know down in the comments. And then she comes back fully grown and everyone's like, what happened? And she's traumatized. Same with New Mutants 14. She doesn't want to talk about it. She blocks her thoughts from Professor Xavier because she can't deal with this hellscape that she's lived in for years and years. And the X-Men can't wrap their mind around the fact that she's lived almost a full life, while here it was only a span of seconds. And she just can't bring herself to talk about all these atrocities that she had to endure before she was finally able to come home. And this book just shows everything, and it's heartbreaking, it's heart-wrenching, but also damn good storytelling and beautiful artwork in this issue. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever you like to pick up your books. And if you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little Dark Child bell next to subscribe, that way we can upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below, or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.